Dengan izin Yang Arif, selamat sejahtera dan selamat pagi. Prosiding pendengaran penerimaan masuk Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya pada hari ini, Jumaat, 15 Julai 2022, dijalankan secara sidang video Zoom di atas persetujuan semua pihak. Hakim yang bersidang pada hari ini adalah Yang Arif, Dato Ahmad Kamal bin Muhammad Shahid, Hakim Mahkamah Tinggi Bahagian Kuasa-Kuasa Khas 1. Seterusnya, Mahkamah ingin mengingatkan semua pihak agar kekal di kedudukan masing-masing dan tidak menutup video walaupun setelah selesai giliran. Diminta kerjasama tuan-puan agar tidak melayari live streaming di YouTube berdekatan tuan-puan di dalam bilik yang sama semasa prosiding berjalan kerana dikhawatiri akan mengganggu sistem rakaman audio. Terima kasih. Dipohon kepada wakil-wakil yang hadir pada hari ini, bagi pihak Jabatan Peguam Negara, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur dan Selangor untuk memperkenalkan diri. Silakan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif Hakim, Rohaiza Hamzah, Peguam Kanan Persekutuan bagi pihak Peguam Negara. Terima kasih.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Dayana Lim Fang Ping bagi pihak Majlis Peguam.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Wijal yang bagi Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur. Bagi pempetisyen yang menjalankan latihan dalam negeri Selangor, saya juga menyebut bagi Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Negeri Selangor.
Terima kasih. Mahkamah akan memanggil nombor petisyen satu persatu. Apabila nombor petisyen dipanggil, pempetisyen diminta berdiri dan memperkenalkan diri. Kemudian, peguam pengusul atau mover akan membacakan latar belakang pempetisyen sehingga selesai. Dengan izin Yang Arif, petisyen pertama WA 18-712-06-2021 P1, sila perkenalkan diri dahulu.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Mary Betdas, pempetisyen pertama pada pagi ini.
Silakan M1.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Joaquim Xavier adalah peguam pengusul bagi pihak pempetisyen Mary Betdas pada hari ini. Turut hadir dalam prosiding pagi ini adalah rakan-rakan bijaksana saya iaitu Peguam Kanan Persekutuan Puan Rohaiza binti Hamzah dari Jabatan Peguam Negara Malaysia, Cik Diana Lin Fan Fing dari Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Encik Ui Jialing dari Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur. Yang Arif, dengan segala hormatnya saya memohon kebenaran Yang Arif untuk meneruskan hujaan saya dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Ya, sila teruskan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Sama.
My Lord, may I introduce the petitioner Mary Betdas. The petitioner was born on 24th August 1996 in Kuala Lumpur. She is the eldest child of Mr. Maria Das and Miss Bernadette Selby. The petitioner obtained her Bachelor of Laws from Queen's University of Belfast in 2018. After a short work stint, the petitioner successfully completed her bar course at the Bar Professional Training course at the University of Leeds and was admitted as a barrister at law of the Honourable Society of Inner Temple in May 2021. The petitioner then commenced her pupillage at Messrs. Bock and Partners under the able guidance of her pupil master, Mr. Yogeswaran Balakrishnan. My Lord, I've had the opportunity to speak with the petitioner in length about her pupillage experience. As is common with most pupillage experience, the petitioner experienced a very steep learning curve and multiple challenges during her pupillage, given her legal experience infancy. However, I'm glad to note that the petitioner rose to occasion in each of these moments by putting in the additional hours of study and labor that was needed to close the gap between legal knowledge and legal experience, delivering work at a standard that is expected of a diligent advocate and solicitor. My Lord, I'm happy to inform this Honorable Court that it's without a shadow of doubt that the petitioner has more than adequately crossed the threshold that is required to be called by this Honorable Court. The petitioner concedes, my Lord, that she stands before this Honorable Court today at the cusp of being called into this noble profession, not purely by her own efforts, but certainly by the good graces of many significant people in her life. On this special day, the petitioner would like to take this opportunity to express her appreciation and heartfelt gratitude, firstly, to her wonderful parents and brother for their endless love and prayers. It is her family that has helped her to stay focused on her goals and promises to continue to make them all supremely proud of her. The petitioner expresses her gratitude to her pupil master, Mr. Yogeswaran, for his patience, time, and guidance by allowing her to work on various matters so that she makes the most of her pupillage experience at the firm. The petitioner is also grateful to Mr. Lim Cheng Bok, who was so kind to offer the petitioner to commence her pupillage at the firm and thereafter retaining her. The petitioner also expresses her gratitude to all her colleagues at Mrs. Bok and Partners who have made her pupillage experience a meaningful and rewarding one. A special shout out goes out to her pupil mate, Miss Yvonne, who became her little pick-me-up on the days she felt overwhelmed. Finally, the petitioner would like to thank her friends, Corina, Resha, Zinyi, Si, Chandrika, Mira, and Katya, and all the comrades from law and bar school who have been rooting for her since she embarked on this arduous journey. My Lord, it is apparent from my discussion with the petition that becoming a lawyer is more than just a career to the petitioner. It is worthy to note that her late grandmother and her own mother aspired to be lawyers too. Unfortunately, they could not become lawyers due to financial constraints at that time. Nevertheless, her parents worked hard to ensure that the finance was never an obstacle to the petitioner to pursue her tertiary education in law. Their unfulfilled aspirations today has become the petitioner's motivation during the tough times. I'm also pleased to inform this Honorable Court that apart from her natural ambition to excel professionally in her career in the legal profession, the petitioner harbors the hope of using her career as a means to reach out to the less fortunate, such as the refugees and the like. While these may be plans that would take some time to unfold, a desire to serve the less fortunate community through her profession is a testament of the outstanding values that her parents have instilled in this young lady. On that score, I must add, my Lord, that if my Lord grants his petition, the legal profession will be most proud to have the petitioner as a conscientious and compassionate fellow member of the Malaysian Bar. My Lord, I believe the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of this Honorable Court. I believe that all the petitioner's papers are in order and that my learned friends from the Attorney General Chambers, the Bar Council, and the KL Bar Committee, respectively, have no objections to this motion. I humbly move this Honorable Court to admit and enroll the petitioner, Mary Beth Das, as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya.
Terima kasih Yang Arif, Puan Negara tak ada bantahan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam tak ada bantahan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur tiada bantahan.
dengan kuasa yang diberikan kepada saya di bawah Akta Profession Undang-Undang 1976, Mahkamah dengan ini menerima masuk Mary Beth Das Maria Das untuk didaftarkan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
My Lord, may I seek leave from this honourable court for the petitioner to robe herself?
Ya, dipersilakan.
Much obliged, my Lord.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Ya, sama-sama.
Thank you, my Lord.
Welcome.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, petisyen kedua WA 18-896-08-2021 P2, sila perkenalkan diri dahulu.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Owani Cassandra, pempetisyen kedua pada pagi ini.
Silakan M2.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya RT Jaya Raja hadir bagi pihak pempetisyen O1E Cassandra pada hari ini. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang masing-masing mewakili Yang Berbahagia Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur yang telah pun diperkenalkan awal tadi. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya mohon kebenaran Yang Arif untuk meneruskan ujian saya pada pagi ini dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Ya, diizinkan ya, sila teruskan.
Much obliged, Yang Arif. Yang Arif, I'd like to introduce the petitioner, Ms. O1E Cassandra. The petitioner was born in Kuala Lumpur to Mr. O.R.1 and Ms. Lok Xiao Yong. Growing up, the petitioner did not have the faintest inkling, she says, that one day she will pursue a career in the legal profession. She wanted to become a scientist, a detective, a professional table tennis player, a poet, and a trumpet player in a jazz band at different stages of her life. None of these dreams have come to fruition, apparently, perhaps due to the petitioner's lack of talent, she says, in mastering those skill sets, and also because she realized that it's quite unwise to turn her hobbies into a daytime job. So the petitioner's passion in law developed when she reached the age of 16. Under the influence of literature and films, she developed a fascination with the notions of altruism, justice, and moral rightness. To this, she says, she has Bruce Wayne to thank. So I suppose on a side note, this means that the petitioner thinks she's Batman. Having said that, it then became clear that the petitioner then pursuing a law degree was the right thing to do. She knew that this would grant her the necessary power to place herself in a better position to help the less fortunate and to give back to the community. Upon graduating from the University of London External Program and obtaining her CLP, Certificate in Legal Practice, the petitioner commenced her pupillage at Shern Dallimore & Co. under the tutelage of Miss Lillian Wong, whom I may add that I had the privilege of doing my own pupillage with, and she has been a colleague and friend of mine for the last 12 years. And as is customary, on this momentous occasion, the petitioner would like to express her thanks and gratitude to those who matter. So the petitioner starts with thanking the most and expressing her most gratitude to her mother, Miss Lok, for never giving up on her during the hardest of times when Miss Lok had to shoulder the burden as a sole breadwinner of the family almost overnight 8 years ago. The petitioner would also like to record her appreciation towards her grandmother and other members of her extended family who are watching this live stream at this moment. The petitioner is also very grateful to her pupil master, Miss Lillian Wong, who is the best mentor that she could ask for. The petitioner also expresses her gratitude to the team at Shern Dallimore & Co., Shanti, Jimmy, who happens to be my pupil master, Lillian, Hui Ting, Di Kwan, Denise, and Wen Sheng for their being so supportive and for offering her a chance to realize her fullest potential. As I understand that she will be staying on in Chen Delamore in that team, who is also a part of the dispute resolution department. The petitioner believes that she has found the perfect place to kickstart her legal career and is delighted to embark on this journey together with the team. And I must say she is quite right. In addition, the petitioner must take this opportunity to thank all her teachers and her lecturers for being her compass when she was sailing into the unknown. The petitioner is thankful to her friends and pupil mates for their precious friendships and continuous support. The petitioner would also like to thank her pupil mates and say that have faith in yourself and be your own light is her advice to them. Lastly, the petitioner would like to thank me, but I'll skip that. My Lord, I believe the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of this honorable court. I believe all the petitioner's papers are in order and that my learned friends from the AG's chambers, the Bar Council and the KL Bar respectively have no objections to this motion.
Terima kasih Arif. Peguam negara tiada bantahan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam tak ada bantahan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur tiada bantahan.
With that, Yang Arif, I humbly move this honourable court to admit and enrol the petitioner O1 Yi Cassandra as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya.
Dengan kuasa yang diberikan kepada saya di bawah Akta Profesyen Undang-Undang 1976, Mahkamah dengan ini menerima masuk O1 Yi Cassandra untuk didaftarkan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Masuk Yang Arif. Yang Arif, saya mohon untuk petitioner untuk menjubahkan dirinya sendiri.
Ya, dipersilakan.
Kedua.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Sama-sama.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Sama-sama.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, petisyen ketiga WA18109609/2021 P3, sila perkenalkan diri dahulu.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Iliani binti Muhammad Taib, pempetisyen ketiga pada hari ini.
Silakan M3.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Chu Si Jin, Peguam pengusul bagi pihak Pempetisyen ketika pada hari ini, Iliani binti Muhammad Taib. Bersama-sama, saya adalah rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang masing-masing mewakili pihak yang berbahagia Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur yang telah diperkenalkan sebenar tadi, Yang Arif. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya ingin memohon kepada kebenaran Yang Arif untuk meneruskan hujaan saya pada pagi ini dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Ya, sila teruskan.
Much obliged, my lord. My lord, the petitioner, Miss Iliani, was born in Johor Bahru on 14 January 1998 to Encik Muhammad Taib bin Ismail and Puan Halida binti Abdul Hamid. The petitioner obtained her LLB with honours from the University of Malaya in August 2021 and thereafter commenced pupillage in the chambers of Rahmat Lim and Partners under the tutelage of my learned friend Miss Sandra Tan Swee Ping. Throughout the 9 months of her pupillage, the petitioner was able to learn well in the realms of corporate finance, particularly equity and capital market. Her younger self, who had a very strong interest in the anatomy of the heart and was set to be a cardiosurgeon, would be surprised to know the career route she had taken. Nonetheless, the young Miss Iliani would certainly feel content to know where life has brought her today. My lord, on this auspicious day, the petitioner would like to record her sincerest and utmost gratitude to all the people who were instrumental in her journey of achieving both personal and professional growth. Before all this, she would like to congratulate her parents for achieving a significant milestone today. To quote the petitioner in verbatim, each and every milestone I achieve in life are yours too to celebrate. Ayah and Ibu. Thanks for all the unflinching support, encouragement, as well as freedom you have afforded me until today. I have learned from you that love comes in many forms and languages. Thank you for the love you have given me over the past 24 years and for always ensuring that I get my destination each and every time. I will forever be in debt to both of you for all that I have achieved and that I will achieve in this life and hereafter. The petitioner would also like to thank all her family members and relatives for the support they have given her. To her pupil master, my learned friend, Ms. Sandra Tan, the petitioner would like to thank you for imparting valuable knowledge and insight throughout her pupillage. The opportunity to work with you have allowed the petitioner to discover her area of interest in equity and capital market. At an early stage of her career journey, the petitioner would also like to record her special thanks to Ms. Tan Yen Yen for taking the time to train and guide her into becoming a better lawyer. She has learned so much and is set to learn so much more from the both of them. To her teammates, Livia, Felicia, and Ian, the petitioner thanked each of you for making her learning journey manageable and pleasant. To all her other colleagues at Ramat Lim and Partners, Karen, Yuan, Chok Hua, Jing, Zini, Tiff, Hanzin, and many others, the petitioner thanked you, all of you, for making her first entrance into the legal industry all the more colorful. The petitioner appreciation also goes to her very long list of friends for the companionship and comfort they have given her in the past, and some still remain till today. In no order of priority, she would like to specifically thank Zah, Masha, Fatina, Nana, Rachel, Chekna, Rin, and Aiman. Next, the petitioner would like to take this opportunity to express her sincere gratitude to all her educators since preschool. She emphasized that she would not have reached this far in life if not for the education she has received from each one of you, formally or informally. Lastly, to everyone who had left an impact in the petitioner life in whatever manner and magnitude that may be, it has definitely shaped her into becoming the person she is today. And for that, she would like to thank each and every one of you. In commemorating her admission to the bar, I hope that the petitioner will remain resilient despite any challenge that comes her way in the future. After all, happy is the man who avoids hardship, but how fine is the man who is afflicted and show endurance. Yang Arif, saya percaya bahawa surat cara pempetisyen adalah lengkap dan teratur. Saya difahamkan bahawa rakan-rakan bijaksana saya tidak mempunyai apa-apa bantahan terhadap petisyen ini. Saya juga sesungguhnya percaya bahawa pempetisyen adalah seorang yang berkelaikan menurut Akta Profesyen Undang-Undang 1976 dan bahawa rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang mewakili semua badan-badan yang berkenaan tidak mempunyai sebarang bantahan. Oleh yang demikian, saya dengan rendah diri memohon kepada Mahkamah yang mulia ini satu perintah agar pempetisyen Iliani binti Muhammad Taib diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Peguam Negara tiada bantahan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam tak ada bantahan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Jawatan-Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur tiada bantahan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya memohon agar pempetisyen Miss Iliani binti Muhammad Taib dibenarkan untuk menjubahkan dirinya sendiri, Yang Arif.
Saya belum boleh beri kebenaran lagi, Cik Chu. Saya
Minta
belum lagi terima beliau masuk. Macam mana saya nak bagi dia sarung jubah?
Benar Yang Arif. Minta maaf.
Saya tahu you excited pagi ni. Tak apa, tunggu sebentar. Sikit masa lagi.
Ya, Yang Arif.
Dengan kuasa yang diberikan kepada saya di bawah Akta Profesyen Undang-Undang 1976, Mahkamah dengan ini menerima masuk Iliani binti Muhammad Taib untuk didaftarkan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Baik, sekarang saya benarkan Cik Iliani untuk menyarungkan jubahnya. Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Sama-sama.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Sama-sama.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, petisyen keempat WA18113209/2021. P4 sila perkenalkan diri dahulu.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Chong Heng Mei, Pempetisyen keempat.
Silakan M4.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Wilson Lim, hadir bagi pihak Pempetisyen Chong Heng Mei pada pagi ini. Bersama dengan saya adalah rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang masing-masing mewakili yang berbahagian Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur yang telah diperkenalkan tadi. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya mohon supaya meneruskan prosiding ini dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Ya, diizinkan. Sila teruskan.
Thank you, my lord. My lord, the petitioner was born in Kuala Lumpur and is the youngest child of Mr. Chong Kim Chin and the late Madam Yap Chai Yuk. Like most teenagers, the petitioner was lost in her direction, her future direction after completing her secondary education. She thought that undertaking a professional degree would be a good idea, and she narrowed down her choices, and subsequently decided to embark on studying law, which was completely new to her as she was a full science student since secondary school up to A-levels. Little did she know that she had chosen one of the toughest paths. When the petitioner was in college, she admitted that she struggled in law school, especially during her first year, as she needed to get used to the legal terms, voluminous reading and writing. Fortunately, she met her close friend in college, Wong Guo Jin. He motivated the petitioner and rendered invaluable help to her during her university and CLP examinations. For this, the petitioner wishes to record her that she is grateful for everything that he has done for her, making her tough times more bearable. My lord, after the petitioner obtained her LLB from University of London and CLP in 2021, the petitioner then commenced and completed her pupillage at Mazia's Teopek Way under the tutelage of her pupil master, my very learned and very good friend, Miss Yap Winnie. The petitioner considers herself fortunate to have met her pupil master, who has given her the opportunity to join the firm, first as an attachment student and thereafter as her pupil. During her pupillage, the petitioner was exposed to conveyancing practice. The petitioner admits that she was under the misconception that conveyancing files were easier to handle until she had to handle those files on her own. She learned that every little step in conveyancing is crucial and it is important not to treat things lightly. She now enjoys and appreciates conveyancing practice very much. And I am also delighted to share that the petitioner has been offered a position to continue her practice as an LA, legal assistant, in the firm that she has pupilled with or chambered with. My lord, the petitioner would not have overcome all hurdles to be here today without her parents, who have been her pillars of support and love in her life since the day she was born. The petitioner would like to record her gratitude to her father for the overwhelming support and sacrifices that he had to make in order to get her through education, Same goes to the petitioner's late mother. At times, the petitioner questioned herself on her choice of becoming a lawyer, but the memories of her mother and the thought of making her parents proud was the major driving force, which kept her going on strong and resilient. The petitioner hopes that her parents are proud of her achievement to be the first lawyer in the family. The petitioner also takes this opportunity to thank the partners in the firm, the partner in Mrs. Teo Pek Wei, Ms. Liu Chui Ching, for the opportunities and guidance provided to her during her pupillage. Big thanks to her colleagues, Nicholas, Jiayan, Isabel, Hui Ling, Nina, Ai Ching, for their guidance and for making her pupillage journey a joyful one, as well as to all her friends. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya sesungguhnya percaya bahawa semua surat cara Pempetisyen adalah sempurna dan teratur, dan saya juga percaya bahawa Pempetisyen adalah seorang yang berkelayakan menurut Akta Profesi Undang-Undang. Saya juga percaya bahawa semua rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang mewakili semua badan yang berkenaan tidak mempunyai sebarang tahan. Oleh yang demikian, saya dengan rendah diri, Yang Arif, memohon supaya Pempetisyen diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Yang Mulia ini.
Dengan izin Arif, Peguam Negara tiada bantahan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam tak ada bantahan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur tiada bantahan.
Dengan kuasa yang diberikan kepada saya di bawah Akta Profesi Undang-Undang 1976, Mahkamah dengan ini menerima masuk Chong Heng Mei untuk didaftarkan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
With leave, my Lord. My Lord, may I ask for permission that the petitioner ropes herself?
Ya, dipersilakan.
Thank you, my Lord.
Silakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Sama-sama.
That's all.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, petisyen kelima WA 18-1196-09-2021 P5, sila perkenalkan diri dahulu.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Ipsan, Pempetisyen kelima pada hari ini.
Silakan M5.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Chu Liwei, Peguam Pengusul bagi Petisyen Yap Shuang Shuang. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya telah pun diperkenalkan daripada pihak-pihak yang berkenaan. Dan dengan izin Yang Arif, mohon kebenaran untuk berteruskan dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Ya, sila teruskan.
Much obliged, my Lord. My Lord, if I could introduce the petitioner Yap Shuang Shuang. She was born on the 20th of November 1996 in Manjung, Perak, and grew up in KL. With 3 elder brothers, she is the youngest and the only daughter of Mr. Yap Chun Hing and Mrs. Tiong Lee Chu. The petitioner went to the primary school in SJKC Chung Wen and continued her secondary education in SMK Bukit Jalil. At the age of 8, the petitioner was inspired by a TV series character. When I spoke to her about this TV series character, she mentioned the name, but due to my lack of fluency in Cantonese or Chinese, I'm unable to reproduce it here today. So it's based on a TVB series where she found an ordinary girl like herself and she was able to make a change in the world. And with that determination to help the poor and improve human rights welfare system in our country, the petitioner then set her goal to becoming a lawyer. The petitioner began her journey in GCE A-levels in Sunway College and has been awarded an outstanding Cambridge Learner Award of top in the world for Cambridge A-levels law in 2016. The petitioner continued her LLB law degree in Brickfields Asia College and the University of Reading. After she returned to Malaysia, the petitioner pursued her CLP in Brickfields Asia College and has been the top 18 achievers in the 2020 CLP exam. I believe that's not an easy feat to achieve. During her time as a student, the petitioner published her first novel while preparing her SPM exam at the age of 17. She adopted this writing habit since young, and she hopes that her word would inspire and be able to help others to make a positive impact in society. My Lord, the petitioner commends her pupillage in Mrs. Goh, Victor and Co., and she wished to grab this chance to express her gratitude and thanks to her master, Ms. Joyce, her mentors, Mr. Goh Jia Jian and Mr. Jeremy Chiu Chi Ming, who have given her the opportunities to explore different things and have guided her patiently and tolerated her with the mistakes that she's made at work. The petitioner is grateful to her mentors for each and everything that they've done for her so far. Every little thing to her is making her a better self. The petitioner would also like to thank her family members, her parents, her 3 brothers, who are always by her side and being the pillars of support for her. She's unable to reach where she is right now without the unconditional love and support and guidance of the family in this journey towards achieving her goal in being called to the Malaysian bar. The petitioner hopes and thanks all her colleagues in Go, Victor and Co. for all the warm wishes and support throughout her pupillage period, and the petitioner is appreciative of the time she has spent in the firm. My Lord, I believe that the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of the Dishonorable Court. I believe that the petitioner's papers are also in order and that my learned friends from the respective bodies do not have any objections to her being called.
Izin Arif, Peguam Negara tiada bantahan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, no objection from Majlis Peguam.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, jawatan kuasa Peguam Selangor tiada bantahan.
Dan oleh itu Yang Arif, saya dengan rendah diri memohon agar Pempetisyen diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai seorang Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Dengan kuasa yang diberikan kepada saya di bawah Akta Profesyen Undang-Undang 1976, Mahkamah dengan ini menerima masuk Yap Shuang Shuang untuk didaftarkan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Terima kasih Arif, dan saya mohon kebenaran mahkamah ini untuk agar Pempetisyen menjubahkan diri beliau sendiri.
Ya, dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Arif.
Sama-sama.
Arif.
Sama-sama.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, petisyen ke-6 WA 18-1202-09-2021 P6, sila perkenalkan diri dahulu.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Wong Shen Ming, Pempetisyen yang ke-6 pada pagi ini.
Silakan M6.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Tan Zaiman, Peguam Pengusul bagi Pempetisyen Wong Shen Ming. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang masing-masing mewakili pejabat yang berhormat Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur seperti yang telah diperkenalkan awal tadi. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya memohon kebenaran untuk meneruskan ucapan saya dalam bahasa Inggeris Yang Arif.
Ya, sila teruskan ya.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. My Lord, let me allow my Lord to introduce your petitioner Wong Shen Ming. Your petitioner is the eldest child of Mr. Wong Chun Hao and Madam Woon Lai Fan. She was born on the 2nd of December 1996 in Petaling Jaya, Selangor. She received her primary education and secondary education in SJKC, Yakshi and Sekolah Kebangsaan Section 3 Bandar Kinrara respectively. The petitioner then set for her Sijil Tinggi Persekolahan Malaysia examinations and obtained a CGPA of 3.92 in Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Batu 8 Jalan Puchong. During her studies, the petitioner has taken up the role of a part-time ballet teacher to support her cost of living. At the same time, the petitioner read law and graduated with a second-class honours in the University of London's International Undergraduate Laws Programme. Working 4 days a week did not dampen her passion for the legal profession. Such experience taught the petitioner that anything is possible as long as she persevered. The petitioner is always grateful to have received a good and proper education. Yang Arif, your petitioner thereafter successfully passed the CLP examination and proceeded to complete the final step to being a part of this profession, where she commenced a 9-month pupillage at Mrs. Lee and Ho Partnership under the tutelage of my learned friend, Mr. Lee Yong Chee. During her pupillage, the petitioner had the opportunities to be involved in different segments of corporate and commercial transactions and learned the different responsibilities, obligations of being an advocate and solicitor. She learned to draft meticulously to reflect the parties' intentions. She picked up soft skills to approach clients concerning their queries and explained lengthy agreements in simple terms. She learned that it is of the utmost importance to act in the best interest of the clients. Your petitioner believes that the experiences that she has attained form a strong foundation for her journey as a corporate lawyer. On this special day, your petitioner would like to take this opportunity to express her gratitude towards her pupil master, Mr. Lee Yong Chee, who has continuously imparted legal knowledge and interpersonal skills on her. The petitioner wishes to extend her gratitude to the lawyers and colleagues in the firm, especially to Ms. Daphne Sidway Jing. They have guided her wholeheartedly in her journey to becoming an advocate and solicitor. The petitioner would like to thank her parents and her 2 brothers for their continuous love and support. The petitioner will forever be grateful to her parents. The qualities that she observed and learned from her parents will always be the guiding light to guide the petitioner's life. The petitioner acknowledges that but for all the support, love, care, and encouragement from her family, boyfriend, best friends, nanny, teachers, ballet teacher, ex-bosses, pupil master, and colleagues, she would not have obtained her achievements. Yang Arif, I will end my speech by giving a quote by Winston Churchill. This is not the end. It is not even the beginning of the end, but it is perhaps the end of the beginning. Yang Arif, saya percaya bahawa semua surat cara Pempetisyen adalah teratur. Saya juga percaya bahawa Pempetisyen adalah seorang yang berkelayakan menurut Akta Profesyen Undang-Undang 1976 dan bahawa rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang mewakili badan-badan yang berkenaan tidak mempunyai sebarang bantahan.
Izin Yang Arif, Peguam Negara tiada bantahan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam tak ada bantahan.
Dengan izin Arif, Jabatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur tiada bantahan.
Oleh yang demikian, Yang Arif, saya dengan rendah diri memohon kepada Mahkamah yang mulia ini agar Pempetisyen Wong Shen Ming diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai seorang Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Dengan kuasa yang diberikan kepada saya di bawah Akta Profesyen Undang-Undang 1976, Mahkamah dengan ini menerima masuk Wong Shen Ming untuk didaftarkan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya memohon kebenaran Yang Arif supaya Pempetisyen memakaikan jubah sendiri Yang Arif.
Ya, dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Ya, sama-sama.
Terima kasih kepada kesemua wakil jabatan dan peguam pengusul. Tahniah diucapkan kepada semua pempetisyen yang telah didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Diminta sekali lagi diingatkan agar tuan-puan kekal di kedudukan masing-masing dan tidak menutup video walaupun setelah selesai ucapan dari Yang Arif Hakim. Terima kasih. Seterusnya ucapan dari Yang Arif Hakim.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera dan selamat pagi. Pertamanya, Mahkamah ingin merakamkan ucapan terima kasih kepada wakil-wakil daripada Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia, Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur dan Selangor, serta semua peguam pengusul yang sudi hadir di perbicaraan pada pagi ini. Tidak lupa juga saya ingin merakamkan ucapan terima kasih kepada semua ibu bapa, keluarga, rakan-rakan para pempetisyen dan semua pihak yang telah sudi meluangkan masa untuk hadir secara maya bagi menyaksikan perbicaraan kita yang disiarkan secara langsung melalui sidang video pada pagi ini. Saya juga ingin mengambil kesempatan ini untuk merakamkan ucapan terima kasih dan syabas kepada semua tenaga pengajar, iaitu masters dan firma-firma Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara yang telah membimbing dan mendidik pempetisyen sehingga menjadi peguam pada pagi ini. To those who are just called to the bar a moment ago, namely Mary Beth Das Mariadas, O Wan Yi Cassandra, Iliani binti Muhammad Taib, Chong Heng Mei, Yap Shuang Shuang, and Wong Shen Ming. Let me first congratulate all of you for your admission to the Malaysian bar. We all know what tremendous effort it takes for you to complete law school and thereafter a 9 months period of pupillage training before you could have reached this stage. You should remember that although your admission today is the culmination of years of your personal effort, you would not be here today but for the people around you. In this regard, I would like to extend my warmest congratulations to your proud parents, family members, friends, lecturers, colleagues, and your pupil masters who have guided, supported, and invested in your personal and professional life. Today's event is a milestone indeed, as you are now embarking on this new journey in the legal profession, which we always regard as an honorable profession. It must be remembered that this journey is just the beginning of a long, winding, and rough road. Soon, you may start your own practice or may join any legal firm of your choice, and that is when you will experience the ups and downs and the true realities of legal practice. In the process, you will no doubt be appearing in court, and your skill as advocates will be put to a test. As it is usual on occasion like this, let me say a few words of advice to you as new advocates. In order to preserve the good names of the profession and to sustain the confidence of the public, you must conduct yourself both in and outside the court with your clients and fellow practitioners with courtesy, proper decorum, and the highest standard, and above all, with integrity. In this context, integrity means doing the right thing with honesty at all times and in all circumstances. Success may come and go, but integrity will last forever. Building a reputation of integrity takes years, but it only takes a second to destroy it. The public expects and has a right to expect the highest degree of integrity from you as the members of the bar. Your admission to the bar carries with it very onerous responsibilities, both to your clients and to the court, and above all, to the administration of justice. Your duties to your clients and to the court may sometimes in conflict. If that happens, your duties to the court would prevail because they affect the administration of justice. Always bear this in the forefront of your minds at all times. As the officers of the court, you have to shoulder the responsibility to uphold the rule of law. Conduct yourselves with due regard to the overriding interests of justice. The court depends upon the advocates appearing before it for all the assistance it can get. And if it does not get the assistance in full measure, the task of judges is made immeasurably difficult. When you are in this profession, you cannot avoid coming into contact with people from all walks of life, as you are sought after to deal with a wide range of problems. It is therefore imperative that you must bring to the performance of your functions all the good qualities which is conducive to the elevation of the profession in the estimation of the public whom you serve. There is no harm in being humble. Pride can be the foundation of failure. Humility requires you to respect others, including your clients, listen to their problems attentively, and act accordingly based on the provisions of the law. It goes without saying that you must be passionate about what you are doing so that you will be able to enjoy it. Never stop learning. A lawyer can never truthfully say that he has learned enough, as this profession requires a lifelong learning. Learn new things to keep abreast with the new knowledge and technology and skills which invariably will lead you to the much needed wisdom and in your endeavors to uphold law and justice. To be a competent and successful lawyer, there is no shortcut. Work hard to secure your place in the industry, improve and hone your drafting and also your advocacy skills. In closing, once again, on behalf of the court and the Malaysian judiciary, I congratulate you and wish you all the best as you embark on what I hope will be an enjoyable and fulfilling career in the law. With the hashtag of stay home, stay safe, stay healthy, kita jaga kita, lindung diri, lindung semua. Mahkamah dengan ini ditangguhkan. Sekian, terima kasih.